Hello everyone, my name is Kyung. I'm from Northumbria University, UK. And this is my second visit, actually fourth visit, but the second time I participated in this cultural DNA session. Thank you so much for Jihyun for inviting me. As she grow up to become a more influential global level scholar, I have more chances to be invited to this world level data. So I'm really happy to see her growth.
No, in the future, I really want to see this conference in Spain.
I'll think about it next time. Okay, my topic is about urban transformation, and I put the title of Fingerprint because I want to find out why in some modern cities you sometimes find very irregular shape of the old route. So I try to trace why it has happened. And I wrote this with Danilo, sitting over there, my colleague. Okay, this is the city of Suwon, which is located in the south, just below Seoul. And you see on the left top corner, the dotted circle, which is the old city center surrounded by castle wall. And through the 70s, 80s, and 90s, the city has expanded so much to cover, a whole lot of this map, even outside further. And we're going to deal with this red bounded shape, Uman, which is this very small town, which used to be the agricultural village before. If you zoom in to this Uman town, you see this shape of street pattern. And from the outside, you see this kind of urban grid, this super grid crisscrossing. But as you go walk inside, you begin to see this irregularity of lines still remaining. And some lines you can see, it's not really useful to have this redundancy. It's not always very useful. But why it hasn't been disappeared? That's my question. And well, if you follow this route, it makes a kind of a very interesting reverse U shape or hat shape. But I call it oxen route, and I'll tell you the reason later. So that's the scene of the street. As you walk inside, it looks more like an abandoned back street or back alley. So there are a lot of irregular plots remaining, and irregular parking, and some illegal agricultural going on, illegal parking, meandering streets, and you see a lot of illegal, the garbages thrown outside. So nobody really wants to walk through it. So even during the day, you don't see many people. So at night, it's a little bit scary. So in this town, you see a lot of, redundancy of streets. Here you see, all those streets are really close to each other. So I wanted to find out the reason with these research questions. Why these rural paths have to be remained? How do they operate within the modern block? And is there any solution to cure this malfunction and revitalize them? And I use space syntax technique to do some analysis. So that's the old map from 1970s, where you see all those small villages or hamlets. And these are mainly the agricultural field. And you see that there begin to emerge some urban grid to be connected to the university, which is Aju University in Suwon. That's the 70s map, but you still see this reverse U shape of in a circular route inside. The town is called Wuman, but in Chinese character, it means many cows. So that was the most important tool for the transportation of the crops, but also the agriculture in this wet rice field. So cow is the most important animal in Korean people's life, and that's why they put the name of many cows in the name of the town. And I also found another interesting reason for my labeling of this route, oxen route. I'm going to show you some moving picture. I always hate to see my students put the flying object or animation in PPT, which I always thought very stupid, very childish, but I tried. Out of this world level scale. Reverse it. Surprisingly, it fits exactly to this reverse U shape. So that makes my reason why I call this oxen root. Okay? Agreed? Okay, now I'm comparing two maps from the 70s, and this is the current map. I try to circle those small villages in the agricultural area. And if you have these villages, you can have this circular boundary, which is about 200-meter radius. And I mapped these blue lines on top of this current map, so you see the location of all villages. And this green line means the big-scale development of apartment housing, which is normally 10-story or 20-story. So it was mainly developed through the 80s, 85, 88, 89, 95. But what is so shocking to me is they don't actually touch anything that is related to the old villages. Why it happens that way? That was my question. Now I try to trace the development or evolution of the town by having 4 different period maps. That was the 70s map with these blue colored buildings. They are mainly the agricultural farm village houses. And in the 80s, you begin to see some emergence of the big-scale apartment housing and some other buildings. In the 90s, you see a lot of houses are emerging and some new development, mass-scale development of apartment housing here and there. And finally, in the 2010, you see the block is filled with modern buildings, and you don't see any blue colors remaining, which means the old rural houses were all demolished and built into something else. But strangely, this irregular oxen root is still remaining, and those existing areas of the rural houses are still filled with smaller blocks and smaller buildings compared to the new developed building areas. So that's the 3D modeling of the current town, and that's the 70s agricultural time. So you still see these oxen roots remaining. And I try to put the footprint of these bigger scale apartment buildings on top of the 70s map. So this pink line is the location of these big scale buildings. And you can see no building is touching any area of the small houses. So we can make a kind of an assumption or hypothesize the process of network transformation in this town. First, buildings were developed in rural area without any pre-planned land registry lines or boundaries. So that makes it kind of an irregular type of shape in the house and boundary. Second, when dwellings are clustered, they emerge internal paths and external paths following irregular lines of individual plots and contours. And at the third phase, during the urbanization, apartment developers try to procure large areas of land. This is the critical part. And they mainly try to procure the land which is cheaper, unoccupied, or owned by few to facilitate the development. If you can think about buying a huge amount of land by buying individual houses in the village, you have to deal with many owners. And typically, those lands are more expensive than the outside area of field or hills or mountains. So at the fourth phase, this naturally excludes residential plots that are smaller in area, occupied, and more expensive. At the final phase, after the urbanization, those smaller residential plots remain between large-scale developments. And consequently, their internal roots and some of external roots remain. So that's the hypothesis I made, but this is a kind of a working project for me, so I try to acquire more evidence and data from the local government to confirm what I observed. Okay, here are some analysis using space syntax. There are many measures in space syntax analysis, and I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with that. But there are one measure which is called choice, and choice is mainly dealing with the potential of any street line to be selected for the shortest trips between all segments in the network. So in some sense, it is to show you which street can be chosen statistically more often to make a shortest trip, or which line is standing in the shortcut. So doing the analysis of choice measurement on top of this 70s rural map, I realized this part of Oxen route and some part of Oxen route was highlighted as the most powerful choice to make a shortest trip to anywhere inside this town. So it used to be the most important major link for the circulation of the town in the rural area. So now we are going into the modern area, and I did some observation of how many people are walking in this network. And this is the major street going to the university, and that's another big street. You see a lot of people, mainly students. And blue line means people are standing, and the red dot means people are walking. And you see some people walking through, but they are taking mainly the new urban grid rather than this old route. These gray colored oxen routes are not occupied actually. So that's another reason it's more abandoned, creating more kind of a spooky atmosphere. And again, I use the choice measurement for this modern map and try to modulate the radius. And at the radius of 200 meters, this oxen route was highlighted. This is kind of a surprise to me because now you have a lot of street grid inside the block. So you don't have to take this route. Now it's abandoned by observation. But by mathematically calculating the potential of this street to work as a shortcut inside the block, actually it worked still to make a best connection for the communication between neighbors inside this small town. Still, it could work as a best ideal choice. So there must be a possibility that we can revitalize it to make the communication of the neighbors better, to make the better environment of the town. So to conclude, this old hidden spatial structure was regarded as a problem in many Korean towns because it was abandoned. There's a lot of hidden illegal things going on, and people prefer to walk through the straight line of modern streets. But I see we have to change our thinking and willing to accept it as a kind of a potentially more important and historically more crucial asset. And it can actually become a historical identity of any town. So any Korean people here can remember some irregular streets inside your own town. We can think about it in a different way because it has an obvious potential. In 2013, there was a very interesting experiment in the same town, same city of Suwon. It was called No Car Experiment. For 1 month, the city decided to remove all the cars inside the residential area, and the city provided 1,500 cars removed, and the city handed out 400 temporary bikes, electric scooters, and people were encouraged to walk around. And it was actually published, and they sell it in Amazon.com. And that's the scene of the inauguration day, where people try to celebrate that event. And that is the scene before the event. And this is the kind of very typical scene of any town, residential town in Korea, filled with cars. So it's very dangerous to walk around, especially for children playing. But during the event, all these cars were removed, and people were really encouraged to walk. And they had to walk because there was no direct access to their house, right? So people are walking through, and well, in the book, it says after 1 month's experiment, at the beginning part, there was a lot of complaints. But at the end, people realized that actually makes a huge difference in people's life and the village's revitalization. So now people are demanding, why don't we try to make this kind of event more regularly? Or we can have 2 or 3 days a week for the no car days. So just people love this event, and now they're planning something similar. So you see, this is a different town, but you see a lot of additional redundant streets. But now city of Suwon is trying to do a little bit of different pavement for this additional routes. So this looks to me like a original rural route with meandering shape. This is a modern route. Now they try to cover it more kind of pedestrianized blocks, so people can walk through it without being worrying about the cars. So this kind of distinguishing the different pavement and different type of vehicles can be connected to the revitalization of this solution of making more usefulness of the redundant street. And also, this is the picture I showed you at the beginning part with the illegal farming and illegal parking. But now they try to put this whole part for this illegal farming area. Now it already makes a little bit of difference. Okay, that was the end of the presentation. Sandy.
You said that at that time, during the event, the car is moving, right? But I don't know, move to go where? And then this is my first question. And then the second, so they temporarily have to move their car from this place. Or the second one is, it was in 2013. So I really wonder that if we take a picture in that area again, and then I hope that the car is still a little bit reduced. I mean, comparing with before, so I really want to understand.
Okay, actually, I didn't organize that event, so that kind of detailed question is a little bit difficult for me. But as far as I know, they try to secure some empty plots like elementary school playground or some other areas to remove all their cars and park there. And after the event, well, some smaller shops were actually more revitalized. People are willing to walk, starting to walk, and try to walk to the grocery or supermarket. So as the street begin to revitalize, more people are walking, and more shop owners are encouraged to remove their own vehicle from the front of the shop. So yes, you're right. Well, they observed there are less cars now, but not by force, but by their own intention to make it work right. Does that answer your question?
Perhaps just a kind of tip for this kind of analysis. I think very interesting and important analysis and project in the middle of analysis. If we can add another type of program analysis project alongside the streets, if we notice by which what kind of programs was there, and the development of programs in Chronolos, and we can define more exactly, or we can see the perspective of this kind of communication systems. So I would like to recommend just think more about program analysis with this kind of thing.
Yes, this is an ongoing research, so I'm developing, looking at
Yeah,
some ways.
the second one, we can see a little bit the preference of the people, but normally you urged also that university or something like that. And so focusing more about the old circulation, and then people you analyze.
Yes, there should be more, various type of influencing factors
Yeah.
that needs to be included for the more accurate analysis. I agree.
And the case, we can imagine in the future what kind of development could be place, some pair more exact places.
I understand.
Do you know, was this the moving cars, was this in the summer? What kind of season they decided to do this? And how big did they make this? And was it one street? Was it some main street that they moved all the cars? Or was
Mainly
this like,
central area of the town, next to the old palace. So that's the area. It mainly in the old center of the town, which is that was this area.
the whole area was moved the cars?
Well, not whole area, because you can't force everybody to remove cars. There are some people who desperately need it for their living, or well, I'm not sure, but mainly the residential area. Well, based on the agreement with the residents, when they agree at the scale of their own town, then the cars will be moved. Of course, there should be some residents who still keep the cars even during the event. But it was really unbelievable that people were agreeing on this kind of scale of removal of old cars. So I recommend you to read the books, but there should be more information.